Hey friends, welcome back to Opimation, and for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is OP. I'm an animator in the video games industry, and in today's video I'm just gonna show you my process of when I animate. I've been working on a little animation shot. It's very simple one of a jump, which I'm gonna turn into a more complex shot. So I just wanted to show you the process that I go through, which is from blocking, and then we'll go through all the other stuff, putting the breakdowns in. So let's dive straight in. So if we look at this animation here, this is what I'm working at the moment. So if we play this, so he jumps and lands, right? So this rig I'm working on, Shamus, jumps and lands. And then what's gonna happen is the camera is gonna cut back over her shoulder, and you're gonna see a massive monster on the other side that's gonna notice her and then roar. So just a simple video. I just wanted to show you the process I used for this was, if I put this Maya in here. And so basically how I start is, I went to YouTube and I got some reference. Now I use this reference here at the start, or just to get the mechanics right of the jump. So just that bit there. And then I studied and broke down this reference. So what I did was, if I just show you the other video, so I'll just pause this. Okay, sorry, just have to pause that for a bit. Okay, next. So if we check this out, so this is the anime. This is what I used as reference. So I wanted to get this bit, which is just check it out, put it here. So we've got like a line of action going through like that, yeah. And as we go forward, we can see here, I was just trying to study the line of action. And this, so I'm just trying to find simple shapes. So you've got a nice flow going there, and you've got a nice flow going like that with the knee down here, and you got this nice flow here. So I was just trying to pick out these lines, and obviously there, going back, so you have a nice, the back is arcing like that, and then there's a line of action in the arm here, and this leg is going down. So I'll just pick in this shot for the jump, and then obviously I can't see the feet below, so I had to make that, well, not make it up, I had to work that out myself. But if you look at this, this is all just block poses. So this is how I started. I found the key poses. So if I select the hip here, so I'm just blocking out passing pose. Okay, that's just another pose there. We can delete that. That's it. There, and then we've got a pose here coming up, and then the pose here, and then obviously this was a very rough pose, because then I started playing around more, you know, pushing this back more, and then getting more of an arc in the back area here, moving this up. This is a very early blocking phase that I'm showing you at the moment. And then because what I do is I just block it out, and then afterwards I start pushing more of the poses. But then as you can see, look, I'm getting the key poses in there, so I know there's gonna be, wherever there's a change, so there's a change there, he's just about to jump, then jumping straight over. The gun is going to be on top of here, so she's going to use it to push off. And then there's a land, and then she comes up, and then up there. So that's just like a very basic blocking that I do. So I'm just literally not offsetting, nothing like that. This is purely just blocking. So first pose, first, second, that one doesn't need, I don't know why that one's there. Maybe it's been splined, but we can get rid of that. So if we do that, now if we just check that out. Okay, so yeah, so there's a pose there, pose down. So basically I got the start pose of the run, then the high pose, down, and then the jump. And then that's going to be over, and then just coming over, and then land there. So there's going to be like a little contact there, and then land, and then up. So you're just trying to get that flow. And while I'm doing this, what I'm doing is I'm constantly looking at, so for example, I'll select the hips and I go to animation here, visualize, create editable motion. So I'm always looking, I know this is a bit blocky, but I'm always looking at the trajectory of the hips. So if the hips are smooth and they're following a nice arc, as well as the whole character's following a nice arc, then I know that that's pretty much going to be smooth. It's going to be, the rest of the animation will be smooth because the hips are like jerking around up and down, this and that, and side to side on the top view as well. So if I look in the top view, it's pretty much linear, just going in this direction, right? Which I change after, you know, follows a path, because you want, nothing goes exactly straight. You want a bit of variation here and there, up and down, left, right. But here I can see, okay, I'm blocking out the poses, how are my arcs? And then later what I'll do is, for example, the next stage would be, all right, let me add a breakdown. So I've got this here. There's a big space between here and here. So what I do, I come in between, and I could, then what I start doing is, I bring this forward and I'm like, okay, let's bring it around here. So let's create a nice arc happening here. And let's bring this up here. And then if we go back, so then it becomes more, it gets more smoother as you break down. As you break down in between, you're getting more of those nice arcs and getting a more better feel. So if we play this now, so that's how I do it. So it's break down, and I'll come here. So even from here to here, even from here to here, I could look here and see what pose do I need. Then what I do is, because if you look at the spacing here, it's massive spacing here, right? There to there, that's pretty quick. Do I want it quick? Maybe. So what I do, I can come in here, put a breakdown. I'll be like, all right, let's put this breakdown here. And then what we'll do is, we'll bring this leg down. So it's reaching down. Turn that slightly. Turn the twist as well, just make sure that's a nice line of action there. And then you can start checking out the arc of the leg. All right, it's not, maybe it needs to be forward more. Slightly back. And then you can just start working like that. And then you can start working on the body as well. So I'm just getting the hips working right. So if I look now, it's pretty smooth there. Yeah, everything's working pretty smooth there. And then obviously there's a leg there, which is not in, it's not in snapped position. Sorry, it's not in a constant interpolation. So that's why it's being left behind. And then you start sculpting, use your reference, then you start sculpting in your pose a bit more. So you're getting, overall, you're getting the basic poses in, you're getting them how you like them, with nice line of action and silhouette. And you're also mindful of the hips, the trajectory, how it's going up and then bouncing down. So I work like that. I just have to be very conscious about remember the hips is the bouncing ball, always the bouncing ball. And if that's not correct, then everything else is going to get affected. The arms, the legs, well, the legs if they're in FK, but then in IK you can create nice arcs with this, using the same motion trailer, so motion trail tool, so you can do that too. So consciously, what I would say you can take from this is, think of the hips as the bouncing ball, and just make sure when you're planning out your poses, the poses are all following a nice arc. And then once you get that, then you know everything will start to be smoother, because the hips are driving. That's the center of gravity, the cog. That's driving the action. So if that's working fine, then everything else will follow through, because if the hips moves that way when you land, you know the weight is that way, then your steps, then the weight shift, then it lands that way. So it's like it's stepping. So when you're jumping, you're stepping, take the weight, so the hips move a bit that way in the X, and then it slowly comes back. So you're always making sure that those arcs are moving nice and smoothly. So if we go back to this, because this is the camera shot I'm aiming for, that's the kind of feel I'm trying to get for it. So if I play blast this quickly to just show, then we can have a look what it looks like. And I've added a bit of motion blur to the viewport. You can see that as well. And so there, so it's kind of like I'm trying to get that kind of superhero kind of feeling. But at the end, I think, look, it's bouncing too much. And also at the end, I need to see steps. If you see here, see steps and just land straight down. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to land and then shuffle a bit so it looks more realistic, because he's making a big jump. So this is very early stages. I'm just checking it out, see how it feels, and I'm going to go back and make some changes too. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to share that with you, my process, because I was working on this animation and I thought I'd just show you how I think when I'm starting off animating, from getting the reference to analyzing the reference, finding the key poses, the line of action, the silhouette, the camera angle in which you're going to animate to. And I just wanted to get that out on the video to show you that this is my process, and I hope that you find something useful out of that, especially in terms of how I think about the hips and how they move, as that is really important. That's key. That's quite fundamental to everything you do in animation. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And until then, happy animating and have fun animating.